Go. Well met, lords and ladies, and welcome to the Throne Room. This is episode 7 of the video game podcast that may forever change your fealty. I'm your host, David Klingel, and I am joined by another noble game-playing enthusiast, Anre Borges Brown.
Episode 7.5, very, very excited. Episode 7, part 2, let's get this
touchdown! Let's hope this one is, because damn, ladies and gentlemen, did we have an amazing episode for you recorded yesterday. Man,
so great.
It was so awesome. We did a test, we had a special guest. He was great. We had an awesome time. We were so excited to show you this content. We did a test. Everything was good. And then we recorded. And then we started uploading it to YouTube. And all of a sudden we realized it had no audio. Not good for you. Because if you can't hear what we're saying, what's the point of this thing? What's the point of this damn thing if you can't hear us, Anre?
Yeah,
they need to be able to hear us.
Very difficult to enjoy our content if you can't hear us.
Yeah, it's terrible. So, that being said, we are here to do a quick episode today. We're going to recap on the industry news and make sure you get all the information you need for this week. And then, hit you with a banger next week, hopefully. So we have run contingency plans now for future mishaps and issues like this. So hopefully it will not happen again. And, we'll just hit you with a good one next week. So, thanks for sticking around. Thanks for understanding, your royalty. So, we appreciate it.
Yeah, we apologize for you missing out on the episode that you don't even know how much of a problem it is that you missed out on it. You don't even know what you're missing. But trust me, you are. So we apologize.
But we'll get it back to you. We'll get back with our boy, record another one. It'll be fine. We had a great time, so it'll just be another great time, and then you'll be able to hear all that content. So this the theme of this episode in that sense, in that regard, is losing your save. Cool. Losing your cool. Save. Not cool. I'm gonna lose my cool if I lose my save.
Always a problem.
Anre, I wanted to hear your we talked about this. It's never good losing progress. We never have a good time. Never enjoy it. It's always bad. Bad news bears when you lose your content. When you lose your saves, it's no fun. So, what's the worst time in your life that you've lost a save, and how did it affect you?
Losing saves used to be a real big problem back in the day before autosave was ubiquitous across gaming. Back when we had memory cards, and the PS2 era was one such time. And I had Final Fantasy X, one of the greatest, my favorite game of all time. Probably the greatest RPG of all time, in my opinion. Sorry, Final Fantasy VII and, whatever else, Persona 5. Anyway, I progressed for a very long time. It was the first Final Fantasy I played. I had memory cards, PS2, or save often. I think I had gone so far as to fight Maester Seymour twice on the second time. Now, you fight Maester Seymour a good 7-8 million times. So, that might not be saying much, but I was pretty far in. And I still kind of really don't to this day know what happened. But my save got corrupted. Probably the only corrupted save I've ever had. I've lost some time, where you're doing something and you lose power or whatever. You come back and you have to play a sports game again, or you have to go and you miss a couple hours of content. But I just lost my save, so I had to go back. But it did make me one of the greatest Final Fantasy X players ever, because I knew everything. I knew all the tricks to the trade. I knew what was going on. I love the story so much. I didn't skip anything, so I understood more. It's like watching a movie twice, or a Christopher Nolan movie for the fourth time. You start to understand things.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my story. It all worked out in the end. I wasn't, I don't know how many hours I spent on that game, but
a lot.
I wasn't too far in. So yeah, that's my story. But in the end, I just got to enjoy more Final Fantasy X.
Yeah, man, I I did probably what was the equivalent of a platinum for that game. I'm sure you did as well. I completed the sphere grid for every single character all the way
ultimate
around.
weapons.
Yeah. So man, I was a huge fan of 10. Loved it. And
Dodge those lightning bolts.
Yeah, man.
Oh, that was a fun day.
Yeah.
I set aside an entire day for that, and it almost wasn't enough.
And anything you do in that game, if you're trying to achieve this status of ultimate platinum, whatever, right, it's a good 8-hour chunk. So if you lost that or more,
yeah,
it could be pretty terrible. So for me, it is also a Final Fantasy story, but mine was Final Fantasy 9. All right.
Ooh.
Now. My brother and I had both played Final Fantasy 7 and 8, and we loved them. And he started, I think, tapering off, liking them as much as I did. But when 9 came out, he was interested to play it. And at that time, the PlayStation was in my room, and the Xbox was in his room. So he played mostly Xbox stuff, I played mostly PlayStation stuff, and that's how we liked it. But we had the opportunity to, hang out, switch between them, play them. So anyway, he wanted to play Final Fantasy 9 at the same time as I did. I was hesitant. I didn't like this idea. You're playing the game at the same time as somebody else, right? Especially with the save system the way that it was. Man, I was all about 9. I was in there. I was checking every nook and cranny. I was spending time leveling up in the fields, bro. I had, I don't know what it was, like a 60-hour save. Now, I had multiple saves. I was no, I actually think this is what made me start doing multiple saves. I think I thought I was fine with just the one, and I was like, do not fuck up my save, JP. Do not fuck this shit up, all right? And sure enough, I come back and I'm like, what is this 2.5 hour save? I was pissed, bro. I don't know how old I was. I was a teenager, young teenager probably. When did Final Fantasy 9 come out?
Man, Final Fantasy 10 came out 2001. So I would have to imagine like 2099.
Yeah.
I think 7 came out in like 96 or something like that.
Okay, so at any rate, man, was I pissed. I raised hell. I was like, you are not touching this fucking game until I am done with it, and I am overriding your save right now. So I overrid his save, and I started a new one, and man, that began my meticulous cycle of multiple saves, not letting anyone play that type of game at the same time as me. Wasn't going to happen, so...
I was the same way, man. Yeah, I was the same way. I would look and I would see like, oh, slot 1, slot 2, slot 3, and I'd be like, why are there multiple slots? I don't understand. Yeah. Don't they know you can just overwrite it?
Yeah. Why is there 99 saves? What is this about? 99? I'm not going to play this game 99 times. Now
why do you
get
have that many?
Yeah, that's
what
funny.
What a stupid little boy I was.
Yeah, it was terrible.
But I got knowledge, and so did you.
Yeah, we learned a valuable lesson, and for me, that was the worst that I'd ever had, and thankfully it helped prevent any further occurring issues. But, obviously there's other games where this has happened to. For you, Returnal, if a power outage went out when you were in the middle of a run, we talked about this, then you would lose that progress, right? So that would suck.
I would. I didn't.
Oh, you hadn't yet?
I would. Yeah, no, yeah. You just can't stop playing, bro. Yeah. You just, if you're on a good run, you just got to keep going.
Yeah, so the fact of losing progress is never going to be gone. For some reason or another, there's going to be some kind of opportunity to help lose your progress.
It's better nowadays. Let me ask you a quick question.
Yeah.
Do you hard save when the game has autosave?
Yeah, I don't trust autosave.
But nowadays, games autosave, like a lot of games autosave when you do anything significant. And sometimes significant means like opening a chest. Like, oh, you opened it, all right, go ahead and save it for him.
Yeah.
And that happens, and I still hard save.
Yeah, man, I know, and that's great. It's really awesome. They do a great job of the auto saving that they do. Yeah. I don't trust it. I don't trust anything. And you can harken back to that cold-hearted day for Final Fantasy IX. I don't trust anybody. I don't trust the system. I'm saving it. Every 10 seconds, I'm saving the game. I walk down. Is that way. I can break open a crate, get some handgun rounds. I'm saving the game.
Yeah, Cyberpunk is that way. You do a manual save when you get off, and there's like 5 auto saves, and it's like the last 5 things you did. in the last 2 minutes. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
So anyone else, who's had, we'd love to hear your stories. If you've lost some progress on something, reach out to us. We'd love to hear about it and talk to you about it because,
we'll talk about
as
it on the
bad
next
as it
episode.
is, they're good stories. So
Yeah.
we'd love to hear yours.
Now, at that time, it feels like the world is ending because it's just so much time wasted, man. You just know you'll never get that time back.
So I wanted to mention for all of our audio only listeners out there, we do have YouTube content where the show is uploaded with our ugly mugs, so you can see us as well as listen to us if that's something you'd like. And we also have another segment we do called The Observatory, and we pick a game and we play it for a while. We try to be funny, we try to be cool, we try to have fun, and hope that you join us and you do too. So come check that out.
We murder a lot of NPCs.
Yeah, we screw them up.
And kill a lot of enemies.
Yeah. We might do some multiplayer games. We haven't gotten there yet. We haven't gotten to some heavy multiplayer games, but I'm sure we'll get to everything. So, and obviously, if there's requests, if you guys want to see us play a game, let us know. We'll play it. So, come check it out. Come hang out with us. We'd love to have you. So, it's time to talk some industry news. Anre, Inverse states that Sony and Discord partnerships is the start of something bigger, analyst says. Sony and Discord announced a new partnership on May 3rd, 2021 that will bring the popular messaging platform directly to PlayStation consoles by early 2022. Discord boasts over 140 million monthly users and is a well-known platform in gaming circles. The deal makes it clear that the platform will remain independent for now. It's a surprising turn of events given recent reports that Sony's chief gaming competitor Microsoft was looking to acquire the platform. Ampere Analysis Research Director Piers Harding-Rolls says the remaining independent makes the most sense for Discord. What do you make of this, Anre?
As discussed before, it shows Sony's strategy this gen, in my opinion, from what we're seeing early on, not even a year in, to this generation of Microsoft is buying all these studios. They're buying Bethesda, they're buying Obsidian, they're buying all these studios from really at the end of last year, or last gen, to this year. And Sony is more interested in partnerships. They have partnerships with Evo. They have partnerships with Epic, stakes, ownership stakes. They have, small as they may be in Epic's situation. They have a partnership with Discord. I think it just shows that whether it be developers, third-party developers, and relationships they have with them, like Square Enix, to put Final Fantasy games first on PlayStation 5 and maybe only on PlayStation 5. Who knows? It just depends. And Dragon Quest 11, all these games that are not first-party studios, but seem to only come out on Sony systems and then later PC. Or these other companies. It just seems like Sony has decided we don't have to acquire everything.
Yeah.
We'll make smart acquisitions like Insomniac, but then
I don't think Discord. I don't think Discord wanted to be acquired, and I don't think they will.
No.
Just like Microsoft offering them money, Microsoft said, "Hey, here's money." Discord said, "No, we want to be for the people, by the people. Let's talk, let's communicate." So I really love that about Discord. I love that they're proud of who they are and what they have, and they want to keep it homey. So I'm cool with it, homie. And I really, like we spoke about before, I wasn't really a big fan of the party system. It works well. You can hear people well. But the thing that you pointed out was what's really cool about this is you could be playing on your PS4 or your PS5, and you could also be chatting with your homies that are playing on PC. Yeah. So it's just keeping us connected. And hopefully one day that'll make cross-platform gaming will become more viable. It'll become a real thing that we could play games together no matter where we are or what system we're on. And then having Discord in your back pocket to communicate between those systems is just a no-brainer. So
yeah,
good job, Discord. Keep it up. We love you for who you are.
Smart for Microsoft to try to buy them. It's smart for Sony to not start this
to not show a counter offer, right? Yeah, Sony, that'd have been so tactless. Sony's like, hey, I know Microsoft said $8 billion. How about 9?
I think real quick, I do think Discord thinks they're worth more than that. I think they're like
Maybe they're
You
just
know?
waiting it for the long haul. Yeah, I don't know. Waiting for the right moment, right amount. I don't know, but I don't know. It seems like from articles I've read and whatnot, they do like staying independent. That's like their kind of MO right now, and maybe it's just their way of being cool.
Yeah.
Until the moment comes, I don't know. But for right now, I'm liking everything I'm seeing on the Discord front, especially partnering with PlayStation. So awesome. All right. Next, the ongoing trial between Epic and Apple seems to be going nowhere. I'll tell you what, these are funny. Every time I see a new article about this, bro, it's just hilarious. Hilarity ensues.
Yes.
So, according to The Verge, Epic fights Apple in court by playing Candy Crush. This already sounds funny. So I'm going to go ahead and summarize this. This is quite a long article. So I'm going to summarize kind of what happens, and then I'm going to quote the last part here that I really like. So basically, expert Apple witness Lauren Hitt claims that there's all these games that you can get on both PC and mobile, right? Epic attorney Jonathan Even goes through Hitt's list and explains how each game's listed is in fact not both on PC and mobile. And then he asks, quote, can you give the court a sworn testimony that you've seen it with your own eyes that this game is also available on PC? And Hit can't. He doesn't have an answer. And then he says, he throws his team under the bus and says, I have a team of researchers. They did the analysis, and I trust my team.
He doesn't trust them enough to go under oath and say, yeah, I definitely believe that this game is available on PC as well as, he doesn't trust them that much.
Yeah, it's great.
As well as mobile.
All right, so then he goes on to say here, we try another game, Clash Royale. So they've already tried other games, Candy Crush, other things. So we try another game, Clash Royale, developed by Supercell. We go to Supercell's FAQ, where it emerges that payment processes are only through Apple's App Store or Google Play. Supercell itself doesn't keep payment information, and quote, and yet you believe that your team managed to go to a website and buy legitimate Clash Royale money and go back to the app. That's your testimony? Even asks. And then he twists the knife. The typical user of Clash Royale doesn't have a research team. Even observes. That's funny. That's hilarious to me. I love that statement. It's like an old school or one of these law movies. You know,
a Law and Order type statement. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the last statement they say, and then everybody cheers and they win the case, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, I didn't see that one coming." No, I gotta say that was pretty epic. And how cool is it that he could be called an epic attorney, right? How cool is it? Epic attorney. Jonathan is like the best lawyer ever, best attorney ever. Epic attorney, Jonathan Even. That's cool. Yeah. Anyway, what do you make of this, man? It's funny shit, huh?
This is just a little funny side story to me, and a larger ongoing fight between Apple and Epic, and all the things that are coming out. You know, stuff between Epic and Sony, stuff between Epic and Microsoft, and really, I would just encourage everybody to just look this stuff up. I don't know if it's going to be as wild in the future as it was, because I think earlier people, I don't think the courts really understand the video game
industry
ecosystem. Yeah. And so they don't like, what's the big deal? It's just an email from Sony and Epic. Who cares? And what's the big deal? It's just Microsoft. Who cares? And I think Microsoft and Sony and Nintendo and Epic they're like, hey man, you need to redact some of this stuff. We don't need to have people knowing what games are coming out or what Sony executive said to Epic or what this and that happened. So I would go back, because the stuff that was released and was not redacted is still out there. Of interest to me is Epic trying to, convince Sony to open up crossplay, and Sony being like, why? How does that help us? And Epic's just like, look, man, we'll do this, we'll do that, we'll do that. And Sony's like, look, man, you have not told me how this is going to help us. So that has nothing to do with this case, but that's the type of stuff that gets dragged out in the court. When you go to court, you got to be prepared for all your stuff to be subpoenaed and requested and all that.
Yeah, going piggybacking off what you said there too. You were talking about they don't really understand the gaming ecosystem, and reading more of the article, I got to say it kind of feels like that. It feels like the judge is heavily on Epic's side right now because of the shit that he just pulled on his side of things, and it's almost like Apple has like the really smart attorney who's like really on top of his shit and following the way things go, and then Epic's got like this goofball that's like, it was Colonel Mustard in the library with the revolver, and she's like, you're a good lawyer. I gotta listen to you, you know. And I could be wrong. I didn't hear the case. I didn't watch it, but reading it, it just seems like, you know.
I would still give Apple like a 95% chance to win. I don't know how Epic escapes out of here with a victory when they just like blatantly broke the terms of service that the agreement that they've had with Apple since they put their game on their system. You can't just, Apple says we got to give them 30%, but we don't want to today.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't do that, you know?
Anyway, hilarious story. Can't wait to see more about this case, and I hope we have something more better to talk about, next week about this case. So, next, this is a big one. This is awesome. Gaming Root states that PlayStation has 25 first-party games in development for PS5. Who would have guessed? Who would have thought? Who would have thunk it? PlayStation making games? No way. You. Okay. According to an article published by Wired where they state that Herman Holst has said there are currently more than 25 first-party titles in development for PlayStation 5, and nearly half of them are entirely new IPs originating from different studios from different regions, ranging from AAA to indie titles. We know that Sucker Punch might be working on a multiplayer game, and Ben Studios is currently working on a game that will feature open-world elements along with vehicles, and Sony's ex-dev team is working on their own game this time as well. This is awesome. Excellent news. Games, more games. I love games. I love PlayStation games. What do you think, Anre?
You think Wired just has like an office in the Sony HQ, possible. Man? Wired is getting a lot of stuff lately, man. They got everything. They got
an inside guy. They got a guy that made a friend. Yeah. Something happened.
This is amazing. I think you mentioned it. Over half of them are new IP.
Yep.
It's very interesting because the point that our guest Jeb made is like, you can actually start to look at some of the IP we have that we already know about. We know about God of War, the next God of War game, the next Horizon game.
Ratchet
we know about Ratchet and Clank, and so
there's gonna be another Spider-Man.
Yeah. You probably know Spider-Man 2 is coming. We know that, and so you start to think, okay, there are 4, maybe 5 games we know about. Half of them are new IP. That means there's like, 8 systems or not systems, sequels in development to
we already know are coming, right? Amazing
IP
games.
We haven't thought about,
Horizon. We got God of War Ragnarok. There's games we know, and then there's also games that we're not even thinking about that could happen.
Yeah, exactly. That's that. Yeah, that's.
And then there's new IPs. Half of them are new IPs. That is insane. Yeah. Yes, please.
That is a lot.
IPs.
And that's the difference between when Microsoft says something, because they put out something around the same time, say we have games coming that'll blow your mind, and people are like, oh yeah, I don't really believe it, whatever, show me. And when Sony put this out, people are cheering, and people are like, there are a lot of people will say, well, that's not fair. You treat one company different than the other. It's like, well, one company has released God of War, PS4, Horizon, Ghost of Tsushima, The Last of Us Part 2. They just keep putting out great games. So when you tell me, hey, Sony's going to put out great games, I'm like, oh shit, of course. So yeah, and Microsoft is more in a prove it phase, So this is very interesting. It's very exciting, I would say. Not even interesting. I read this and I'm like, yeah, I'm not surprised, because that's how they won last generation, first party games and third party agreements, and that's how they're going to win this generation. If they're going to win it, they're off to a great start, but that's their strategy.
Yeah, and I don't see why it won't work. Quick, what's a game that you would love for them to bring back that's been so far gone nobody's even thinking about it anymore? You got anything?
David, what? I'm glad you asked.
Oh, okay. What is it?
Have you ever heard of Colony Wars?
Colony Wars, no. Let me hear about it.
God, it's a space. It's a space game. It's a space combat game.
So okay, kind of like so it's
yeah.
like Squadrons or whatever, right? But not in Star Wars.
Yeah,
Something like that?
yeah. It's like you're like one guy. It's so good.
Okay.
It was on the PlayStation. They made 3 games, I believe. Very good games.
Okay.
Come back. Just make more Colony Wars. We have the technology now. Those games were so good, and we were working on PlayStation 1 technology. Not even 2. We're 4 generations ahead, man. We have it.
For me,
come back.
You know, it's funny. For me, I haven't played this game in forever, so much that
Come back.
hardly even remember it, right? But it just came to my mind, and I would love to see this game come to life again.
Let me guess.
Yeah.
Tumba.
Who?
Jumping Flash 2, Big Trouble in Little Moon.
No.
All right. Last one. Actually, that was the last one.
That was all you got? All right, Soul Reaver.
Soul Reaver, Legacy of Kain.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'd love to see that come back to life.
Eidos, I believe, made that game.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's been a while. Played it when I was young. But I love the art. I love the gameplay. And I'd love to see what could be done with it with next-gen technology, you know?
Yeah.
I think it would be really cool. So
that is a game right up your alley.
Yeah. So anyway, moving on. We're going to give a tip of the crown to the new DualSense colors that just dropped. What up? Okay, this is great. PlayStation Blog announces the 2 new DualSense wireless controller colors hit shelves starting next month. Get ready for Midnight Black, phew, and Cosmic Red, pew. Who knew we needed this, huh, buddy? Who knew we needed 2 colors? I was fine with white, but look, this is cool. What do you think?
I mean, we knew new colors would come out eventually. Since the reveal of the PlayStation 5 design, people have been mocking up basically black on black. So I'm down to get the black. The red looks fire too, no pun intended. The red is actually more expensive than the black for reasons that I don't really understand. But
black doesn't cost as much. The pigments are very fine for that color.
Yeah. It is known. So not really much to talk about. Very interesting, though. If you have a PlayStation 5, you have 1 controller, you're going to need 2 eventually. Just go ahead and wait. I mean, they're out now. You can order them on Sony's website. Just go ahead and scoop you one up or wait until you need one, and now you'll have a new color. And I have seen them, obviously. They look good. So you go to...
Man, you know what I would like? I'd like a... I like blue controllers. I've had blue controllers. But they're always like a dark blue, you know? I would love kind of an opposite of this red, where it's like a lighter blue, but
like it's powder blue.
But it's got that shininess that the red one has as well. Like that'd be cool, you know, like a lighter, I don't know, tealish blue. I don't know. That'd be cool. Maybe one day, or they'll just keep giving us a bunch of fucking camo colors and shit.
A nice sky blue.
Yeah, sky blue. That's cool. I like that. Yeah. Maybe a little lighter than sky. Anyway, blue's good. Sky blue. All right.
You know the color of Luke Skywalker's lightsaber.
That one
trilogy.
That's the one. That's the color I want. I want Luke's lightsaber. That's a good way to put it too, because the red one looks like Darth Vader's lightsaber. So give me Luke's light. That's a good way to put it. All right. Good job there. All right. New releases for next week. Leisure Suit Larry, Wet Dreams Dry Twice. Say that 5 times fast with your pants down. PS4, Xbox One, and Switch, May 18th. Days Gone, PC, May 19th. Make sure that if you love that game, you buy it for full price, okay? Elite Dangerous, Odyssey expansion, PC. I love Elite Dangerous. It's been a fun game. They keep adding more stuff. It's already great. It keeps getting greater. Go check it out, May 19th.
I'm waiting for Star Citizen.
It'll come. Don't worry about it. If you need something until then, Elite Dangerous. Never Yield, PC, Switch, May 19th. Not sure what that is. Backworlds, Switch, May 19th. Grand Casino Tycoon, PC, May 20th. Man, that sounds like a lot of fun, you know.
Yeah.
Pretend you're in a casino without the risk and without the reward. All right.
Build it, manage it type games.
Have fun, yeah. Just Die Already, PC, PS4, Xbox One, Switch, May 20th. Lacuna, PC, May 20th. Mayhem and Single Valley, PC, May 20th. A Bird in Cage, PC, May 20th. Puzzle Bobble VR Vacation Odyssey Oculus Quest, May 20th. Knockout City, that's that like dodgeball kind of game that people are enjoying right now.
Yeah.
Looks cool, looks fun. It's on PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch on May 21st. Miitopia, Switch, May 21st. And Rust. That's a game a lot of people have been having fun on PC, and I know there's been a lot of people who don't have a PC that have been wanting to play it, so now's your chance. PS4 and Xbox One. It's kind of like Ark, if you know what Ark is, but instead of their dinos, it's just like a post-apocalyptic world. Anyway, May 21st for that one. All right. So for sale on Steam right now, we've got Fallout New Vegas Ultimate, which is 50% off. The best Fallout game. Get it. Get it. Elder Scrolls Skyrim Special Edition is 50% off. Middle Earth, and this one's great. I love this game. Highly recommend this one. Middle Earth Shadow of War Definitive Edition is 80% off. Dirt cheap, amazing game. Love that
game too. Yeah, it's like Batman if Batman cut people's heads off.
Yeah, and the Nemesis system as well was another thing that was great about that. I really enjoyed, and what you said, they patented it now?
Yeah, they patented it a month or so ago or 2 months ago.
No one else can have a Nemesis system. Can I have a friend system? I'm going to have a friend system. I'm going to do the opposite, but it's for your party members, and one dies, another one gets knocked up, and they can't do anything about that now, can they? Ha-ha! Got him! I just made a cool game mechanic. I stole from him. Somebody do something with that. Friend system. Nemesis. Friendasis system. Anyway.
What is the opposite of a nemesis?
A friendasis.
A best friend?
A best friendasis system. Anyway. Didn't check out Switch games this week. Sorry, guys, if you were looking forward to that. But Nintendo
does not discount their games.
They don't have sales anyway.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. So what's up? Anything interesting to you on PlayStation, Anre? What's up over there?
Well, they have what they are calling the extended play sale. So DLCs, add-ons of any kind, character packs, booster packs of various games are heavily discounted, sometimes up to 70%. So if you have a game and you'd like to play more of it, you want to buy some DLC, whether that be a complete edition or season pass or, standalone story pack, whatever. Look, check out the PS4 or 4 or 5, the PSN shop, and it might be discounted. That's what they're going for right now. That's what's hot on the streets of PlayStation. Perfect.
All right, well, that sums it up for today's episode. Again, we are sorry for its deliberate shortness, but we're gonna give it to you.
Quick tip of my cat. Quick tip of my crown to the Ratchet and Clank previews that went live. Go to your favorite website, IGN.com or GameSpot, whatever, whoever you go to. They'll have the previews. It looks very good. It looks smooth. It looks great. Just check it out. It looks incredible.
And don't ruin anything for yourself like I'm going to do, because I already know it's going to be amazing. So I'm just going to wait and buy it and play it because it looks fan-fucking-tastic. All right, well, that sums it up, guys. Please, if you liked the show, if you continue to like the show, even if we're not here with a banger episode because we lost our save, please like, share, rate, and subscribe. Don't forget, we may be crowned king, but everyone's royalty here. All right, everyone, good night.